What's up, drop services? Dylan Sigley here. Today we're going to get into a drop servicing question and answer session, and I run multiple drop servicing businesses driving six figures, an education business called the Drop Servicing Blueprint that actually teaches drop servicing. So today you're going to get the real strategies and tactics actually working out there in the real world right now. Before we get into the video, don't forget to hit subscribe and the notification bell so when I release more marketing strategies, tactics and stories, you'll get notified. Also, a massive congratulations to all of the Drop Servicing Blueprint students who are getting sales like these ones here. Keep those posts coming, and I love to see them. Just chilling in a random Starbucks here at the moment, and I'm looking forward to getting some questions, so let's do it. Okay, so the first question we have here is from Nathan Kalari. It's a little bit blurry, so I can't really read it properly, but it says, "Hey Dylan, in which way should we give projects to clients? Email, our website, or any other method?" So there's a range of ways you can deliver the projects to the clients, I think you mean. But usually we just do it over Google Drive, because usually it's going to be quite a lot of gigabytes if it's going to be something like a video. So you usually need to upload it to a Google Drive to send it. The other thing as well is if it's, for example, Facebook advertising, you're just going to be delivering it through their own Facebook advertising account. The thing is, I can't really answer the question for every single possible service out there because there's so many, but essentially you can use things like Google Drive or Dropbox to deliver large files, or you're going to be delivering the services through the platforms through which you deliver the services. So the next question that I have is from a guy called Choluka, and Januth says, "Thank you for accepting me. I joined primarily as I had a few questions. How to create a good landing page for my client without investing in a website as of yet?" So I'm not sure what you mean by this question. Do you mean that how do you create a good website for your client, or is it for your own business? Because you mentioned that you don't have a website yet. So it's okay if you don't have a website yet. You can still sell your services through freelancer platforms like Upwork, Freelancer, LinkedIn. You can still reach out to companies, and you can still sell websites as well. But it is a little bit weird for sure if you don't have a website and you're selling websites. But how can you create a good landing page for your client? I mean, first of all, you could learn how to create landing pages yourself pretty easily with YouTube tutorials, or even just some online courses through Udemy or something like that. Or of course you can hire someone to do it for you using something like Freelancer or Upwork or whatever it may be. So you've got two options really there. You can learn how to do it yourself, or you can hire a freelancer to do it for you. Obviously I usually focus on hiring freelancers, but it's also cool to do things yourself in the beginning as well, so you can kind of master the process and then learn how to deliver a good service. At that point, that's when you would automate, right? Because you want to deliver a high quality service at the end of the day. And the next thing is, in my country, PayPal payments are restricted. Do any of you know of alternative pay platforms to send money to Sri Lanka from the United States or the UK? Yeah, so you can always do international wire transfers from any country to another in most cases, but you also have things like Payoneer, which can be good in some countries as well. PayPal isn't the be-all end-all anyway of payment processes. It's definitely not my favorite one as well, just because they have very high fees and they also like to block payments a lot of the time. The next question I have is, do any of you know potential websites, directories for leads on potential clients for animation videos? So if you're wondering different directories you can find for leads, one really great one is Crunchbase, which is basically a directory for technology companies, which are usually going to be good niches to go for when it comes to animated videos, because it's an easy pitch to make using an animated video to explain what your service does, to explain what your software does is usually going to be good, because oftentimes these tech companies have very kind of complicated things that their softwares do. So it can usually be very helpful to have an explainer video for pitches, for their website, for the sales process, whatever it may be. So go for Crunchbase for sure with that one. And then the final question I have here is, looking for a partner with a credible SMA long-term and exclusively to fulfill management, social ads, upsells, social content creation agencies. It's a really good idea to actually partner with somebody that delivers the services, because you have two options really. You can either hire a freelancer to deliver the services for you, and that freelancer gets less upside, meaning they they make less money from the business. But if you're partnering with someone that delivers the services, meaning they get 50% of the profits and you get 50% of the profits for doing the sales and marketing, essentially, they're going to have a lot more buy-in to the success of the business, which will usually lead to a higher quality product, a better experience for the client, and better success for your business. So that's what I usually would recommend if you're just starting out and you don't really have much knowledge around sales and marketing. You can focus more on the delivery side of things if you have a skill in some areas such as graphic design, and then you can partner with somebody that does the sales and marketing. But of course, there are a lot of difficult things about partnering with someone. It's essentially like choosing who you're going to marry. You need to make sure that you really know them, that you're really on the same page, and that you really have the same goals at the end of the day. And also make sure you always sign a contract with any partner so that there's an agreement in place before you start doing business together. That's the most important thing. So when it comes to partnering with somebody, do I think it's a good idea? Yeah, for sure, I do. So if you're doing the sales and marketing, or they're doing the sales and marketing, and you're doing the delivery of the services, or they're doing the delivery of services, it can be really good because you end up having two people who are fully bought in and focusing a lot of time, effort, and energy into delivering a really good service and doing a really good marketing and sales to get clients for that service. It's a really great recipe for success because, of course, it can be difficult. One of the most difficult things when you start to do the drop servicing side of it is finding good freelancers to deliver high quality services to your clients. So for sure, I recommend doing it, and it can be a really powerful thing. So that's all of the questions I have for today, drop services. If you have any other questions, comment below those questions. I'll answer them in an upcoming Q&A video. I'm planning on doing these videos every single week so I can answer all of the questions that you have come through. Not crazy number of questions this week, but we've already got some laid out for the next week, I believe, and keep those questions coming. I love answering them. Don't forget to hit the subscribe notification bell so you get notified for these videos, and like the video, because I heard that when you like the video, it's really, really good for your long-term wealth. It's really, really good. So like the video, and I'll see you in the next one.